Hi there, welcome to All Colors. I'm Erica. Today's video is the first in a series of Witchtober colorings. I'm going to have 2 videos every week this month, and I will be also hosting a color along over on Instagram. You can use hashtag Witchtober coloralong 23. I've also gone ahead and put together palettes for each that I'll be focusing on each video, and also sharing those on Instagram and here on this video too. So yeah, so basically I'm just going to show you a little bit of a coloring page that I am working on and how I do it, and then kind of show you the before, a little bit through the middle process, and then the after at the end of the video. So I'm very excited to get started on this. Coloring in a lot of books this month that I have not colored in previously, so that's awesome. That helps me get some of the things colored in my collection. So first book up is Chibi Girls Halloween by Coco Wyo. This book is adorable, and I have not colored anything in it. So this is our first witch, and so this week we are focusing on Pumpkin Witch. So I will put a picture of the color palette and inspiration board up on the screen there, so you can kind of see where I'm drawing my inspiration from. I think this is going to be super cute, and I am going to really just focus on coloring the witch part for you here, and then when we come back, you'll kind of see everything done. But I wanted to show you what it looks like before, and then yeah, and then we'll get some work done. I'm going to go ahead and do some of the stuff in the background and come back, and then we'll work on the witch. So I will see you again here in a second. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. She's turning out pretty cute. I did draw in a little line on her arm here to make it look like she's got sleeves, because I'm going to do a cute black and orange stripe shirt like on the inspiration image. But I did want to kind of show you how I would do my pumpkin. So I left this one like the skin of the pumpkin without anything on it, so I can do that for you really quick. I'm just going to grab a few colors. Let's go with those ones. Yeah, so I'm using my Prismacolors, and I already have a layer of alcohol marker down. So I'm going to be using burnt sienna. What is this one? Pumpkin orange, orange, canary yellow, and white. Those are going to be my colors. And so basically I'll take some kind of brown color. So in this case, it's this burnt sienna. And I'm going to add some shadow where the pumpkin would have a little bit of shadow. Try to get my hands out of here as much as I can. The other thing that I did while you're watching me do this part, for the inside, I did a little bit of alcohol marker blending with a couple of yellows and my colorless blender to leave the inside of the pumpkin a brighter, like almost white color, so it looks like it's glowing. That's kind of how I got that look on the inside. And then I used my yellow Posca to draw the lines here, and then a little bit of an orange and a yellow blend pencil on the the skin of the pumpkin there. I hope that makes sense. All right, so now I'm going to take the pumpkin orange, right? No, I lied. I'm going to take the orange, and I'm just going to flick lines from the top and just kind of follow the direction that each section of the pumpkin is going from the top and the bottom. And this changes for me because I tend to put a different color as my base layer often with different pumpkins. So when I have a group of pumpkins like this, I like to choose a few different oranges. So there was this orange, this orange, this orange, and this orange. So there were 4 different oranges. These 2 are the same that I used. And then I used a combination of different pencils as well. This one has like a more, these are more yellow oranges. This one's more like a pink orange. I don't know if that makes any sense. But that's what I see when I look at it. So I'm going to, yeah, and then I'm going to just randomly add in a few lines here and there with the orange lightly. Okay, I'm going to use the pumpkin orange now, and again go through and flick a few lines, maybe not quite as long as the orange ones I just did, but still kind of get a few coming up from there. Add a few more oranges. And it's just really about adding in these lines until you feel like you got a good amount of color. Okay, so now I'm going to take this yellow, and I did add a little bit of yellow here, so it's like a reflection from the pumpkin, but I'm not going to really play that up too much. But now I'm just going to take this yellow on top of this alcohol marker, and since it's a Prismacolor, it'll show up decently well. So I can add a few highlights with the yellow, and then I can also come in with the white and add even more highlights. And I'm going to focus on the areas that are opposite of where I added the shadow. So definitely on the areas that are on the, yeah, like right along the edge of the indents of each section, and then along the edge of the pumpkin too. But then I'm also going to add a few just kind of mixed in. And you just kind of go like randomly throughout here, and wherever you don't already have pencil will show up a lot lighter than any areas that you do have pencil. So there's that. And then the last thing that I will do is I'll take, we'll go ahead and do with the burnt sienna. I am going to add just a few more flicks of color up at the top here, just a few. And then a little bit more orange, because I don't feel like that is quite orange enough for me. Okay, so then I'm going to take the burnt sienna, and just do a few little dots of color just to give the pumpkin some texture. You know, sometimes you see pumpkins with, you know, they usually have varying shades on the skin of the pumpkin. And sometimes they have these little brown spots. And so just to add, I mean, it's definitely not a realistic look of a pumpkin, but just adds a little bit of fun, I think. And you just kind of randomly place them. There's no rhyme or reason to that. Okay, so there is my pumpkin. And I'm going to just really quickly go over a couple of these white lines with my yellow because it feels like it's very bright. So there are my pumpkins. And so next I'm going to be doing a little bit of alcohol marker work on my character. Yeah, so she's going to have, I need to find all of my markers really quick because I have a few different oranges that I want to play with. Okay, she's going to have a white shirt and then different colors on her, on the rest of her. She's going to have a black hat and a black skirt, but I'm going to color it just a really dark gray, and then I'll come in with some shading and kind of do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get the hat and the skirt and like this little part that comes over her shirt here. I'm going to get those things colored, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, her shoes are going to be black too, but I'm going to do that with pencil because I feel like it's going to be a better blend. Okay, so her bow up here, we're going to have a couple of different oranges. So I've got, let's shoot for, I'm going to go with these three colors, I think. And I have my colorless blender here. So yeah, so I'm going to start with the darkest color. And this is just a little bit of marker blending on this paper that isn't always the best for marker blending. So we're just going to go with it and see how it goes. This is going to look really crazy when I first do it, just so you know, because the paper, when it gets saturated, brings that black backing kind of forward. So you never know what you actually have until you start until it starts to dry. And then it kind of looks a little bit better. So we'll see what we've done here, and hopefully it's not, it's not too bad. Yeah, so we'll do that. I know that her arms and legs are going to be that orange color too, but I think I'm going to go with the lighter orange. Yeah, we're going to go with this one. So this is Y4, just in case you're curious and want to do this yourself on your own witch. I'm going to do an orange base on her arms and legs. And then I'll come through with either a black glaze pen or a black pencil or just a fine liner to draw in the stripes. And then I'm going to use my orange Sparkle Pop pen, I'm going to use it a lot on different parts of the outfit, like all of the little tiny bits that I need to add stuff to. That doesn't make sense. All of the little lines on the uniform. Goodness. All right, she's looking cute. Hair next. Definitely going to use, I was going to use that one. I'm not, though. I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to use, I think this one. Yeah, so I'm going to use this YR21. This is a Copic marker. And I'm just going to go ahead and do all of her hair in this color, because when I come back in with my pencils, I'll be blending some other colors into that. And I know I could probably do all of this with alcohol markers, but I feel more confident when I use pencils. So I'm just going to do it with my pencils. Okay, there's that. I'm going to make this one a little bit darker, so I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this Prismacolor Premier orange that I have. I'm going to color her little bow with that. I am going to add just a tiny little bit of shading to the shirt. Is this the one I want? Yeah, that'll work. So this is just a little, this is a W1 Copic, and this is just going to give me a little bit of shading on the shirt here. It looks darker than it will be. This is going to dry a lot lighter, so I know it looks crazy right now, but all right, on her skin, I'm just going to try to add in a little bit of shading with the peach and the nectar. I don't want this is just like the barest minimum amount of shading that I can do here. I'm not contouring, I'm not, none of that stuff. I'm just going to add in a bunch of straight lines where things would overlap or be in shadow a little bit more. Kind of hard to add the blush when there's a big chunk of hair in the middle of the thing there. Okay. Okay, so she's looking pretty cute right now. I'm going to go ahead and do some shading on her hair so that I can get that done. All right, I'm going to try this color combo and see if this works well, and then I'm just going to do a little bit for you here and then go off screen and finish the rest. So I have black raspberry, permanent red, orange, and yellowed orange. So we'll see. I don't know if that yellowed orange is quite the right color, but if not, I also have a Spanish orange that I could go to. Actually, let me see. Let me see which works best. That one's all right. No, I think I'm going to go with the yellowed orange. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick, and I will be right back with you. All right, so what I just did, I did not love, and we're going to hold off on this really dark color that I pulled. Instead, I'm going to try the pumpkin orange for a darker color because that's super dark. And I don't know how I feel about that. So first, I'm just going to go in. I know this is going to take me a little bit longer, but I'm going to go in with the lightest color and just kind of go until I know where my highlight is going to be. And then I'm just going to leave that area open. So I know I want to highlight here. I want a little bit through here as well. So we'll just kind of go through this way. Yeah, so like all in this area, I'm going to have a little bit of a highlight. I'm going to come back in finally with this black raspberry again, and this is going to go in the areas where like the head overlaps the hair, and anywhere where there's a large, definitely know that there would be a heavy shadow. So where the sections are really well divided. And also where the hat overlaps. I'll come back in one more time with the yellowed orange and just, all right. And then last but not least, I'm going to use my white to add any highlights in the center here where it will let me. Okay. All right, her hair's done. I think that's really cute. I'm going to use this pumpkin orange, I think, to do the eyebrows. Normally I would do them in black, but I don't want to for this one. Okay. All right, I think her hair looks really cute. I like it. I'm gonna do a little bit more on her, a little bit more shading on her outfit, and then I'm gonna focus on the eyes here on this one because the anime eyes always are tricky to me, so I thought that I would share kind of a little bit of that with you. So I'm just gonna really quick speed up how I'm gonna do the shading on her clothes, but I'll show you some of that, and then we'll move on to the eyes. Okay, so here's her little outfit so far. I still have to add the stripes to her arms and legs, but we're going to focus on the eyes really quick. I think anime eyes are super cute, and I have never really colored them I don't want to say right because that's not quite the the correct term to use there. I haven't colored them like real anime eyes before. I normally just kind of cheat, but this is still a little bit of cheating, but I'm going to try anyway. So I'm going to use this 70% warm gray that I've been using to shade all of my other white things. So I'm just going to add a little bit of shading there, use my white Posca to blend it a little bit. Okay. And then for this, so I'm going to take my, let's take this yellowed orange and we're going to draw like a little half circle through the bottom of the eye there. I'm going to color all this stuff up here with the yellowed orange. And then we're going to start with start with permanent red. We're going to add a little bit of that to the top. And then we're going to go to the orange and blend those two together. And then one more time with the yellowed orange. Okay, and then down here I'm going to add yellow, very light, right there. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. I'm just going to add another layer of color to each eye. Okay, so we could leave it there and it would be totally fine because it's cute and it would be great. But I'm going to step it up a little bit. So I'm going to add in, where did my other color go? Yeah, I'm going to add in some black raspberry. I'm going to do that at the very top. Go back over that with the red. And then I'm also going to use this, well, we'll use the black raspberry. I'm going to draw in tiny little pupils. I hope I'm not messing this up completely. Okay, I don't hate it. I am going to come back over the top of that with my yellow to orange and try to blend it out just a little bit. Okay. There's that. And then we're going to add in some highlights. So on a lot of them, there is a nice big highlight at the bottom. Then this great big circle on the side here. And then you've got like some faded highlights up at the top. So ones that aren't quite as bright. And then I'm going to add another little one next to the pupil here, and then a little thing there. And we're just going to go with that because I'm not really sure what else to do with it. So there it is. All right, now I'm going to add in just a little bit of white on these little cute teeth that she's got poking out. And I'm going to use my glaze pen to do her eyelashes and the stripes on her outfit. All right, and then I feel like I did those too far apart, so I think I'm going to add in just a little, yeah, those are definitely too far apart. We'll just add in white. That's okay, right? It'll be fine. Give her cute little striped leggings. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think I'm just going to add in some sparklies in the background, and I will be right back with you and show you the finished product. Okay, so here's the finished page. I think she looks really cute. I'm going to put up the inspiration image again on this side so you guys can see the comparison and kind of where I got my inspiration from. I keep looking at this. I think I'm going to add in the little white stripes on her arms too. But yeah, overall, I think it turned out really cute. Yeah, she's adorable. I like the way that the anime eyes turned out. I'm going to add, while I've got my white Posca out, I'm just going to add in a little bit more highlight on parts of her hair, because once I start deciding that I'm going to fix things, quote unquote, I can't seem to stop myself. Okay, done. I'm done. Okay. There we go. So that is my pumpkin witch. I think she's super cute. I love the way she turned out. And yeah, I'll kind of move it around so you can get a little bit of that sparkle. Hopefully you guys can see some of the fun sparklies in the background, and then on her bows and her, whatever that little medallion thing is in the center. I think that's cute. And then the glaze pen from her on her eyelashes. And yeah, I just think it turned out cute. I like it a lot. So there we go. So that is our first witch. That's my pumpkin witch, and I think she's adorable. Next up will be the Death Witch theme. So I'm very excited about that one. So make sure you look out for that video. Thanks so much for joining me today. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.